It is apricot wine
So you
made from the freshest apricots.
You're 10 minutes late, bro. You know what that means?
I thought we were doing it at
You got to wrestle the rest of your hosts.
Yeah, you have to wrestle the entire squad.
I've been here since half past, man. I was waiting for whatever time it is that we start.
Okay, you could have told us. I mean, I was here at past as well. That's usually when I start getting ready.
Yeah. Well, mate, I'm here.
Were you ready?
I told you I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that a Negroni?
No, it's apricot wine.
Oh, okay. Did you already say that?
You did.
I did. What's wrong with you?
Hungover.
You look like you're at a funeral for somebody that didn't want their friends to be sad at their funeral.
What do you mean? Like
you look like you're attending a funeral, but the guy that died was the kind of guy that said, "All right, whoever would have come to my funeral, just don't be sad." And you're at that funeral.
Yeah. Just wear a black hoodie and your favorite footy jersey. You'll be fine. You'll get in. I'll let you in.
Yeah. Do you guys want people to be sad at your funeral?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who do you think would be more sad at whose funeral out of the three of us?
I would be probably the most sad at my own funeral.
Everybody.
That'd be weird.
I was going to make a similar joke, yeah.
So are you asking, like, who do you think would have the most amount of sadness when they die, collectively?
Which one of us would have the most amount of sadness for the other?
Oh, sadness for the other.
Yeah. And who gets left out?
I think I would be sadder for you, Mike. Sorry.
Really?
Mike. But Matt, I would be more in shock. Like, I think it would take me longer to process Matt's death, because I think I'd be in shock for long. Whereas I'm sort of expecting you to die, Mike. So it'll hit me harder initially, but I think Matt's is a slow burn, where yours is a hard and fast.
Yeah, you might hit all the stages of grief with Matt, whereas me, you might just speed run those stages of grief real quick.
I think Matt's would be like melancholy for a long time, whereas yours would be sad and then a party.
You've already like gone through some of the stages of grief for my death already.
Yeah,
You've already processed it.
We should do that now. We should all process each other's deaths now, go through it, support each other through it, so that when it does happen, you're like,
We could do that, or we could welcome everybody to another episode of Just the Tip. I'm your host, Mike. Music. Join me always, Matt. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm at the second stage. What are the stages? First one, is it shock, or is it denial first?
Denial, benagging. Stages of grief.
I know. The last one's acceptance. Then the second last one is sadness, and the one before that I think is maybe bargaining. Then before that is maybe anger. So is it denial? Must be denial, but must be the first one.
Yeah, we got denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Yeah.
Geez, I don't know which stage I'm on right now. I'm not angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm in denial.
I'd like to bargain for your deaths. That'd be nice. Bargain it back. We're like, no, don't die.
An auction bargain? Like, I got $10 for my $10. I got $15 in the back.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
You're on the line.
Answer the same question.
Ben, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
You didn't answer the question.
What was it?
The question was, who would be the most sad for out of each other? It's death. It wasn't even my question. It's your question, dude.
I don't answer my own questions.
I've heard that before. Anyway, more importantly, why is it called a drop kick and not a drip kick?
What was the second
Ask us
one?
about that. Why drip? Drip kick.
A drip kick.
Yeah.
Why?
Do you drip it out of your hand?
I just wanted to know. Like, they chose drop kick, but like, would drip also be an appropriate name for it?
Because you drop the ball onto your foot. I think you're thinking about drip drop.
Yeah, you drop it and you kick it.
A drip, as far as I'm aware, is the bit like before it drops, and then when it falls and it's landed, that's the drop. So you're like drip, drop. So
yeah.
Yeah,
actually, you're wigging me out, bro. This
No,
part,
just-
drip. This part, drop. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
So-
the drip is the noun. Oh, and I think they're both nouns, and they can both be verbs.
Drip, drop. Yes, they can both be both. Yes.
Yeah. Both are both. Yeah.
Cut this out if we're not allowed to know what Ben does for a living. But did you have one of your students ask you about that and be like, Mr. Ben, which part is the drop?
Mr. Ben, yeah.
That's
definitely been
teacher
called
Ben
Mr.
to
Ben.
you.
Yeah.
Teacher Ben.
Matt, why don't you take us through the week that was? Who tipped what? I can't do it. My computer's not working properly.
Yeah. I'll
You're not
assist with this one. So the first game was a contentious one. It was pretty split down the middle. But Michael, you went with the Storm. You stuck with the Storm. I think all three of us tipped the Storm last week, I believe. But Ben and I flipped. I flipped because I got spooked by some last minute team changes. Eli Katoa dropped out as well as someone else and decided to flip. Should have known the hoodoo always wins. Ben Stern, you flipped for reasons unknown. Any reasoning, any statement on this?
There'll be no flip this weekend, boys.
Okay.
I'm sticking with the hoodoo. The hoodoo never lies. Hoodoo never lies.
Hoodoo never lies. For the second game, we all tipped Manly, and they sure enough they beat the Tigers, who are on Mad Monday early.
Yeah.
I tipped the Rabbitohs. You both tipped the Roosters. Well done. You got that one. And I think it was a bit of a to and fro contest, but the Rabbitohs are just out of form.
That was
me and Lockie are at each other's fucking necks right now.
Yes, you are.
He's got his foot on your head, I think. He's making you bite the curb.
We both have each other in strong headlocks right now. It is neck and neck. We are fully docked.
You'll fade away. This is Harry's tipping comp to lose, I think.
Harry, I'm not scared. I'm glad he's caught up. Harry is the novelty that we all needed.
He's the Raiders of this competition. He's just there, just making up numbers.
Yep.
My only serious contender is this Lockie character. He's like an athlete's foot.
Explain.
Hey, well, why do they name the shoe store after a foot disease?
It doesn't make any sense. Mr. Ben, why did they name the store after disease?
Isn't there a shoe store in Australia called Athlete's Foot?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's named after a disease, Athlete's Foot.
It's weird. It's a weird choice.
They should change the logo to the disease. And they're also sure that disease was around before that shoe business. So
should Lockie franchise one?
Should change the name.
Lockie's Foot.
Lockie's Foot. Yeah. So we all took the Dolphins. We all took the Dolphins. We all took the Panthers. We all took the Knights. I believe. No, Mike, you took the Dragons. Unfortunately, you were hoping for a swing for a perfect round, but yeah, it didn't end up happening.
Dragons.
We all took the Titans. Oh no, it was a reasonable pick.
It was close. It was close. It wasn't that close, but it was
and we all took Cronulla as well, who got the win over Canberra. And it was just those that the first game and the third game ended up deciding things. But that was the week that was. Now we're in finals.
Yeah,
I need somebody to hack Lockie's computer.
Leave a comment below if you're familiar with hacking and you want to assist Ben with.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting how much money is on the line here?
About, I think, $300.
$300.
Yeah, it's not much. It's not
that much.
Yeah.
How much do you think a hacker would cost?
I need the win more than the money.
Explain that.
Yeah, go. Yeah, it's a pride thing for you, isn't it?
Oh, when you build your ego around something so shallow.
Yeah, your entire identity. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you're a mountain, but you're really a volcano. Just an empty vessel waiting to explode.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you? An empty vessel waiting to explode?
Well, everything's wrong about that. Maybe a full vessel would explode.
Oh.
Full of lava.
I'm so tired. I was so hungover this morning. And I had this thing happen to me where, when your fire alarms beep when they're low on battery.
Oh, the worst.
Had that happen to me 3 times in the middle of the night. And I got up at 4 and I looked at myself in the mirror and my eyes were like sunken into themselves. They were all red. And I couldn't get back to sleep. So I watched that 65 Million movie starring Adam Driver, where Adam Driver fights dinosaurs. Adam Driver from the future fights dinosaurs.
I think it got like a 3.2 IMDb.
Yeah,
I turned it off after about 15 minutes.
It's very bad.
Of all the stories that had to be told, that one really did.
Think of how many people could have been fed with the money that it took to make that movie. It would have been like maybe what, at minimum 10 million, like 12 million to make that movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 people in it. It's filmed out the back in someone's backyard in America. Frustrating. Not a good movie. Fake dinosaurs as well. They made up their own fucking dinosaurs for it. They didn't even use real dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I only lasted for the first dinosaur attack, just the little fella.
Yeah. Do you think, what dinosaur would you pick if you were going to start an NRL club right now? What dinosaur would you have as your mascot?
Oh, you'd want to bags in for the T-Rex early, dude.
T-Rex?
No, you'd that's too.
The Dubbo T-Rexes?
What's the one?
T-Rex-I?
What's the one with like the spikes going on its back?
Stegosaurus.
Little foot. Long necks.
Triceratops would be a good one.
Yeah, Triceratops. I think they'd be up there.
You can see a Triceratops.
3 horns don't play with long necks.
Raptors is too easy. I don't think I saw that. I think I saw that movie once as a kid.
Oh,
sorry. That's good shit.
Watched,
Ducky?
Ducky. I watched it at the cinemas last year because they brought it back for this old cinema in Sydney and just a one-time showing of the classic. And I got there early, got literally the best seat you could imagine in the cinema, and just by myself blubbered like a baby. Beautiful times. Let us know in the comments if you like Land Before Time 1.
If you're more of a Fern Gully kind of person, let me know as well.
Fern Gully's also great.
Do you remember Basil of Baker Street?
No.
What?
Basil
Let us know in
of
the
Baker
comments
Street.
if you remember Basil Baker Street.
Let me have a look. I know Basil Brush.
I don't recall this one. Is this one of those like obscure, like non-Disney cartoon movies from our childhood?
Oh, yeah. It was like Sherlock Holmes, but he's a rat.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, boys.
Yeah.
Am I missing something? Should we tip? Should we talk? What do you want to do?
This could be news. There could be an answer to your dinosaur question, by the way. What dinosaur would I pick as my team's mascot?
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are really missing out on Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus is a good one.
Spinosaurus is a big carnivore, but it's just not as just like an obvious pick as T-Rex.
Or Raptors. I feel like the Raptors is too easy. There's already a basketball team called that.
Raptor, T-Rex, like you said, Triceratops. Like those are 2 obvious picks. Stegosaurus is popular as well.
They're going to be the foundation clubs. They're going to be the foundation clubs. So you want to...
you got to have them.
You want to back them from day dot, you know? Like, I'm happy. I know it's generic, but I'm happy to take the T-Rexes.
Yeah, I feel like you could...
The Sydney Roosters of the dinosaur...
the T-Rex, League. Yeah, the T-Rex is that club eventually evolved into the Rooster.
Yeah. I tell you what I might take is the dinosaur from the first Jurassic Park who spits poison, who doesn't actually spit poison in real life. They just Dilophosaurus. Yeah,
Dilophosaurus.
It did have the frill. Just being the frill on a logo, I think would be pretty sick.
The Gold Coast Dilophosauruses.
That's right. We would so be Dilophosauruses.
Marketed for under 10-year-olds. Let's go. We're printing money now, boys.
Seriously.
Why don't we make novelty jerseys and sell them?
Mm-hmm.
A novelty jersey, invent a team, invent a logo.
Instead of like my pay now across the front, just as like just the tip. You know, we're like a sponsor on the jersey.
Yeah, we can be the sponsor of our own jerseys. Let us know in the comments if you want to buy a sponsored jersey of just the tip with the
on the back. It's got Benny's Circumcisions as one of the businesses on the back. A lot of inside jokes. There's a good idea there. I think that's a good idea. Write that one down.
I mean, I've just written down dinosaurs.
Yeah,
So-
we put our funniest quotes and make them look like business logos as sponsors. We need one that's overly wordy as well.
That's a good idea. What I thought, and tell me if this is a bad idea and cut all this. What I thought we could do is there are 9 teams that have been yeeted out of the competition right now.
Suck a dick.
Suck a fat dick. I thought we could go through them and just give them all like a grade for the year, like a A, B, C, D.
I'm happy with that.
A, B, C, D, E, F, or no E, like a high school grade. We'll report. Are
you starting from 9th?
Can't start.
Yep.
We should start at 9th. Do you want to go from top to the bottom?
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun.
So we'll start with the Rabbitohs here. Fucking sucks to be Rabbitohs, hey, to get pushed out of the 8
D+.
by the Roosters as well.
I'm on D+.
It's hard to, I will give the start of the year a B, B+.
Overall rating.
But I'm going to give them a C-.
I'm going to say C-.
Yeah, D+, C-. You've scraped in there, you've passed, you've sort of lost your way at the end of the year. But you know what? The Broncos were 9th last year as well, I'm pretty sure, right?
Can we make this rapid fire so it doesn't drag on? Because I foresee this happening.
Yeah, I'll go D+ for the Bunnies. They haven't handled themselves well at all late in the year.
Eels.
Especially just their personal characters as people.
Eels.
Jeez,
Benjamin.
Eels.
For me, it's an F. If you're on the grand final last year and now you're 10th, it's an F.
That's a good point.
No, you're an F+.
F+.
Yeah, no, I'll give him an E. I'll give him an E. They had that big drama with Dylan Brown being gone for a long time, which wasn't the club's fault, but yeah.
Sorta. They did sort of purchase him though. The Cowboys. Who would have thought the Cowboys would not have made the 8 this year? You tell me at the end of last year that the Cowboys are not making the 8 this year? Flash and pan stuff.
D-. No.
D- is fair.
D.
Ultimately, all these teams are failures.
D. I'm a D. I'm a D.
Yeah. Considering where they were last year, I'm a D as well.
Yeah. Manly have just sort of stayed stagnant. Hey, Manly C+ stuff for me. You didn't go
Also
up.
a D.
You didn't go down. You could have gone down after you left. After Turbo died.
Injuries.
It's
always their case.
Excuses. It sounds like D.
D. Matt?
Yeah, I'm giving them a C-.
Yeah.
That's very generous of you.
The newest club, the Dolphin. What are the Dolphins going to get?
What do they come? 13th in the end?
13th in the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So they dodged the bottom 4.
I mean, in the C.
No, I think based on people's expectations.
Don't compare it to other people. Just compare it in general, like by their own.
No. Compared to where it's their first year, and they haven't even used all their money in their salary cap. I believe.
I know. So that's why they deserve a C, not a D. C.
No, I'm saying higher. I'll say B-.
I was thinking B- as well. Yeah. Considering where they're at, they've done better than what fucking fully stacked teams.
Yeah, they did as well as I expected them to do. And I said, you know what? I expect you to be here. I didn't expect you to succeed. B- for me.
Great start to the year. The Titans. Let's get on the Titans apologist bandwagon. Coach got fired. They
deservingly.
They saw a big schlong enter the chat and decided to ditch their current boyfriend.
That's right. If I'm grading Jimmy Linehan, I'm giving Jimmy a B. But the Titans overall, the D+ stuff. Same spot as last year. No real improvement, but the coach did get sacked. Yeah, D.
I saw glimpses of them. I'm going to go C-.
I mean, I've been seeing, and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, I've been seeing glimpses of this team for the last 4 years, right?
No, they had.
It's generally always the case with the Titans. I think they're just they're lacking experience, and they're lacking just like some star player in the spine to stand up. Brimson could be that, but he's always injured. Now he's a center. Who knows? I'm gonna give them a D plus. They should have been higher than last year.
I'm gonna bump them up a mark because they fired their coach with no real noise at all.
Oh yeah,
no noise about it before it happens.
Ruthless.
Cut
I love
him
that.
so quietly.
Did they just ban his like beeper, his little fob to get in? They're like, he's like, why is the front door not opening?
Mm-hmm.
And it happened like around game 1 or 2 of State of Origin. I think it was game 2 after Queensland had won it. It was like the next day, coach fired.
It was mid-Origin, yeah. It was maybe right after Origin 2. It was, yeah.
Smart to do it then too. The dogs. The doggies.
Oh, the dogs. Yeah. Is E or lowest or F or lowest?
I think F. You don't get an E
D.
in high school, right?
D.
You get an F. If you fail, you failed.
Yeah. Well, in Australia it's E, but in the United States they have F.
I'm gonna go C.
C, you reckon?
C.
But based on expectations of the team, it has to be in context to the team.
Yeah, they had big expectations. I think
huge.
They had wrong expectations, in my opinion. But I would give them an E plus.
Yeah, E plus is fair. I'm gonna give them an F, especially all the noise the last couple of weeks. It's just trash.
Yeah, the only reason I give them an E plus is because they didn't get the wooden spoon.
Bulldogs are also part of my hypothetical, by the way. If you're going to stick
okay, all right,
we'll stick around.
I'll stick around.
End of my conversation, yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah, solid E.
Bad stuff. Early capitulation at the Dragons. When did Hook get fired? In round 6 or so?
It was pretty early on. Yeah.
It was early.
Yeah.
I had low expectations, so I'm going to say C plus.
That's true. I mean, I tipped him for the spoon. So, that's fair, actually. C plus.
Well done, Dragons. You passed.
Yeah. You exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
Matt, did you give him a score?
I gave them an E.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give the Tigers... Ruthless. I'm going to give the Tigers a D plus. You don't get the full F. You showed up sometimes. Yeah. They put that score on the Cowboys, right? What was it, like 70-6 or some shit?
Yeah, they did. They had that one good game.
We're using different metrics for scoring because I've got Tigers at like B plus, A minus.
They got the spoon 2 years in a row. How is that a B plus?
Didn't they beat the Panthers this year? Wasn't it this year?
Yeah. Well, was it this year?
That's when they broke their losing streak.
Yes. Fuck.
In the that fucking miserable game.
Jamie, bring that up.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. I'm double checking it.
That was Fuck, I love rugby league. Any team on any day can beat the best team. It doesn't matter.
Let's see here. Yeah, it was round 9. They won the first. They lost the first. Well, sorry. Well, they had a bye in there. They lost their first 7 games and they beat the Panthers by 4 points.
Yeah.
Rugby league is a lot like Rocket League without the cars and the ball and the rooftop and the video game and
the controllers
and the control.
But
I'm get back into Rocket League. That was good shit. Back in the day.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Vale bottom 9 teams. We'll never speak about you again for the rest of the year.
We might talk about the Titans. We'll probably talk about
the Titans will come up. Yeah. I'm excited.
I'd like to make a speech for the bottom 9. It's a very simple speech.
Please go ahead.
Na 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 na. Suck a dick. Goodbye.
And my balls.
Don't forget the bones too. My butthole and my gooch and my balls and my shaft. Suck a dick.
Should we tip?
I could tip.
Should we tip?
All right. Yeah, that's
finals week 1, boys. Do you think they should get a week off like the AFL does? Like the AFL gave them a week off, everybody, so they're all fresh to go into finals. What do you think of that?
Could do. I mean,
rugby league's a grind, man.
It's a grind.
This is their 28th week.
It's endurance. It's all about endurance.
It doesn't need to be this enduro though.
Notice you can't say endurance without endurance.
I say
Oh man. Oh, I thought about the most obscure thing. I'm about to go silent for like 2 minutes while I think about this. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
First game we have got here, Matthew. We have got the Broncos versus the Storm at home. I wonder how much tickets are actually. Oh, we can't. We got Cindy's fucking birthday.
Yeah, my sister's 30th
Oh my
birthday. How
God.
dare she?
Fuck! Why is she
Fucking
always ruining
selfish
things like this?
bitch.
Always.
Oh my God. Well, I don't have to go. I don't have to go to that. I've already paid for it.
Jesus, I won't be crying at her funeral.
Nah. I'll be able to go to the fucking finals games.
Oh, go fuck
See if we can
yourself,
get on the
man.
TV at the Cali Beach
I
Club.
love you.
Yeah, I actually was looking at the beach club facilities earlier,
Mhm.
and they have like a
Fucking
big
bogan
garden
ass
bar
place
with
to
a
go.
big screen.
You don't say.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's the Sydney Swans are versing some Melbourne club that night, so I'd be surprised if the AFL was on. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
They're going to
yeah.
put the Broncos game on for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this is a big game. Kind of like what happened last year when the Roosters and Rabbitohs played each other in consecutive weeks. Broncos and Storm are playing each other consecutive weeks at the
Yeah.
same venue, no less.
Yeah, that kind of sucks for the Storm, but you know they didn't get really play their proper teams, right?
Yeah, they
They
both had their
were
reserve grade
little-
teams.
Little practice teams. Who you got for this one, Matthew? You can go.
Geez, this is a tough one. I think this is probably the hardest one to tip for me. Yeah, as you said, both teams are going to have, all of their rested players back. They're going to be fresh. The Storm, they've got plenty of big game experience in Munster, Hughes, Grant, Christian Welch as well. Pappenhausen, I wonder where he's going to line up. I must say that we are recording tonight's podcast before the teams come out, which we generally don't do, due to, again, also my sister. Thanks, Cindy. So I don't know where Pappenhausen is going to play, whether he plays fullback or Meany, who's been there all year, does it. That'll be interesting to see what happens. But Hoodoo's on their side. So the last time that the Storm lost to the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium was in 2009, and that streak continued last weekend. It's a crazy streak for the Broncos. I mean, they've got Adam Reynolds should be back, Carrigan should be back from their niggling injuries, but they've got plenty of big game experience as well. Like my first thought tipping this game was that they're a younger team comparatively. Thank you, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got Adam Reynolds, who's played plenty of big games. Haas, Carrigan, Walsh, Flegler, Cobbo all played Origin. Capewell too now. So I don't worry too much about that. Ben, on the side of your phone, I'm not sure if I've ever told you this, but there's a little button where you can put your phone on silent.
Yeah, you
Just
see
right
that?
there.
You see that, Ben? There's a button
Just
on your phone.
right there. Just
Hey,
With the silent
how's
on.
this? I got my screen replaced 3 times in the last month because I'm so clumsy.
Have
And
you gotten it
fucking
replaced since
cracked
the last
again.
episode?
It's cracked again.
Why
I
don't
got
you
it
have a
replaced
case?
since last week. Yeah.
Do you have a case?
Nah, but I didn't drop it. Like they're replacing it with.
What kind of
How
phone do you have? It's not an
cellophane.
iPhone, right? What kind of phone is
I've
it?
never had an Apple.
Okay.
I'm from the other side of the tracks, mate. The cheap stuff,
Okay.
the Androids.
The Huawei
Droids.
phones. You definitely had a Huawei at some point, hey?
You have had a Huawei. This one is a Realme. Realme.
A real
6.
me.
Yeah, we're running it. I think it's a Helio G95 octo core, 8 gigabyte RAM,
Yeah.
128 hard drive,
Mhm.
90 hertz
good
refresh
stuff.
rate.
Yeah,
Yeah, low level stuff.
like you said, Matt, we're recording this on a Monday, and I feel like that's why I'm a little out of sorts. I'm hungover. It's a Monday. I don't have the team list in front of me. I'm trying to get tickets to the game, but I can't seem to get my fingers on any. I don't know what to make of this. I feel like
It's hard.
I'm going to tip the Broncos for this one. They're going to
break the
want it
streak.
more. Yeah. Is Hughes is out for the season, right?
No,
Pappy's-
I think Hughes is playing,
Hughes is
I
injured.
believe.
That's the thing, man. I don't have my fucking team list in front of me. I can't look at it.
I'm pretty sure he just rested last week.
He was just rested last week. He's not
Yeah.
injured.
I don't think so.
Full strength Storm versus full strength Broncos. Broncos are young and hot. I think
They're
I'm gonna
definitely
go.
hot.
I think I'm in doubt. Going to go young and hot on this one, and I am going to take the Broncos
That's a
I'm
very
gonna-
good point.
because my browser's not working. I'm going to do it on my phone right now. Broncos.
When in
Benjamin.
doubt, go hot.
Benjamin.
So last week, basically, bro, Melbourne had like the dads, and they've gone bang, bang. You're in timeout. Fuck you. And then they've just like walked out of their room, and they're just gonna be like, get back to your room. Pause. Storm.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a double beating.
It is a double beating, raw dogging, no spit, just tear it through.
Here's what I think. Okay. Here's what I think. Right. On one hand, you've got the hoodoo, the streak.
I underestimated the hoodoo last week.
Yes, as did I. The greatest rugby league streak of all time, some might say. And on the other hand, you've got the Broncos, who have just got beaten. And generally, when you get beaten by a team the week before, you've got more incentive to beat them this time. It's really, really tricky. Also, Broncos are also hot. As you said, Mike, when in doubt, go hot. So.
But also think about this, right? Before you say anything, all the players were out last week. So
yes,
most of them didn't experience that loss firsthand. So I don't think it carries the same emotional weight to be on the field and lose the game as to be sitting with your popcorn.
That's true. It's a good point. I'm going to tip the Broncos to break the streak. That's my tip.
That's good. That's good stuff. I like that you're picking the same thing as me. It makes me feel good about my pick.
I don't feel good at all about this tip.
You're going to flip on this one, Ben?
No.
Oh, I fucked my windows up. There we go. You go on Storm. Okay, cool. We have got Saturday. Man, settle in for Saturday. This will be I love finals footy, hey, actually.
Yeah.
How good is it? It's going to be flash in the pan, but it's so good having this first round is so
high
good.
quality games. High quality.
Well, we got rid of all the poo slings, so we're only left with the qual.
That's right.
It's only quals.
Well, there's the Raiders too.
Yeah. Might not watch that one. Might skip that one. We have got the Penrith Panthers versus the New Zealand Warriors playing at 4:05 p.m. What is that going to be in New Zealand? Is that going to be?
No, that's a blue bet.
5, 6, 7? No. It's going to be 7 p.m. in New Zealand.
I see what you mean.
3 hours ahead of us, yeah. And they're at Blue Ball Stadium. That's 3 games in a row for the Panthers at home.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Having 3 games in a row? Did we do it?
The Titans? So. No, not this year. No.
I don't think so. Who are you getting for this one, Matt?
Yeah, so Penrith, they managed to win their 3rd minor premiership in 4 years, thanks to the Storm beating the Broncos and then them beating the Cowboys, outclassing the Cowboys. They're looking good. As Ben predicted a couple of weeks ago, you get their loss out of the way, maybe they're back in form. Well, they were never really out of form, let's be real. But I don't think the teams aren't out yet, but I don't think Jerome Luai is going to play. I think the coach said he's not going to play, but he's still on track to play finals. But they should get Mitch Kenny and Sorensen back, I think. We'll see. Wait for those team lists. Penrith have also won 7 games straight against New Zealand, including a 12-point win at Magic Round earlier this year. But that was a low-scoring contest, that one. For the Warriors, they end up finishing 4th in the end, but they rested a heap of stars last week, so they'll be in a good spot for this week. SJ, AFB, Chance should all be back. Tohu could be back from back spasms, and they'll probably need him if they want to win, but they don't necessarily have to risk him because even if they lose this week, they get a second chance next week against, who I don't know, it might be against the winner of the Roosters Sharks game.
I've got it here. Hang on, sorry.
Yeah.
They will lose they will verse the loser of this game will verse the winner of Knights Raiders.
Okay, gotcha. So I really think the Warriors can take on any team this year. But I think this game will be a low scoring contest. I think it'll be an arm wrestle. Both teams have been good defensively. But the Warriors have not played finals since 2018, whereas the Panthers have so much finals experience. That's why I think we'll get them over the line in the end. I think the Panthers will by 8 points.
Should be a fucking sick game. Maybe like game of the round. Maybe. I mean, without making a joke, game of the round, I think probably.
Yeah. Well, the Titans aren't playing, so.
If it's not Friday, yeah. Benjamin.
If you don't make jokes, mate, we don't have room for you on here. Man, I totally agree with Matt's summation of his forecastings almost
you.
identically. So I'm gonna just hop on his train carriage.
Hop on, baby.
Yeah, I agree. Never not tip the Panthers. I think they're probably going to go for the three-peat. I hope someone else wins. As Panthers is my second team, I hope somebody else wins. I hope the Panthers maybe get Ulst out.
Matt, are you the kind of guy that refuses to purchase anything from the minibar, even when there's a girl there at the hotel?
Great question.
I feel like you're the kind of guy that's going to be like, babe, I'm not spending $8 on a fucking thing of Pringles, so we can walk down to the shop.
That's a great question, Trenjamin. Great question. Thank you for asking. I will say that in my previous relationship, we did go to a few hotels, but we went to this hotel called the Avolo in Brisbane. And at the Avolo, the minibar is actually free.
Oh, that's fancy. That's when you know you're in a fancy hotel.
Like, it's definitely an expensive room, but like there wasn't a lot of stuff in there. It's probably like one little wine, one beer, one Coke Zero, but they refresh it each day.
I feel like if I went to the Avolo and that stuff was there, I would go to touch it, and the ghost of my father would come and go, "No, don't touch that."
Yeah,
you're gonna pay for that. Leave that there.
Yeah,
like it'd be a knee-jerk reaction,
Yeah, but check out the Avolo. It's great.
Shout out to
the staff. Nice there, nice staff.
Yeah, great staff. Yeah.
Mike, I've got also a hotel-related question for you. Do you treat hotel towels like
with the same respect as my house towels?
Your own house towels?
No, I don't. I don't know. Same respect, I guess. I'll hang them up wherever.
Do you floss your gooch? Do you just floss with hotel towels?
Depends on I like to floss my gooch with those the makeup wipes. You know how there's those towels that are just for makeup? I like to clean my balls with those.
Yeah.
Next game we've got here, we've got the Sharks.
I've been giving myself self-administered colonic hydrotherapy recently.
Dude, there is 2 cents between these two teams on Sportsbet.
Really? Cronulla
Crazy.
Roosters. Yeah, this is a tricky one, this one.
Shark Park. I saw the rugby league media is so shit. It might be the shittest media surrounding any sort of sport. I saw an article today that was like thousands of NRL fans locked out of finals match, and it was because the Sharks don't want to move their home game from Shark Park to Allianz or whatever.
Oh, so locked out.
Can you stop chewing ice so close to your microphone, please, dude? Why do you have to be down there? What are you doing down there? Sit back, relax.
I got to do it one more time.
Yeah, rugby league media is shit. I think, man, who's going to win this game? I don't even know, man. I think I'm going to take the Sharks. Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
dude, stop
it. Get some help.
And for that, for that ice incident, I hope the Sharks win, and I hope the Sharks win by 13+.
You can't eliminate my team from a fucking full season over the ice chewing incident.
Should have thought about your actions, dude.
Episode titled The Ice Chewing Incident.
I think, I don't know, man. Like you said, Sharks don't really have a lot of finals experience. They were there last year. So were the Roosters, though. This is a shootout. This is an absolute shootout. And the Roosters were just in one. I don't know. Do they not have the energy to take it over? I'm going to take the Sharks on this one. I've just got a little sharky feeling. It's aqua-based. It's water. I'm seeing waves. I'm seeing fish. I'm going to take the Sharks on this one. Benjamin, okay. Do you believe?
Come on your tum.
Did you ever not believe?
Did I ever not believe? There was a stage where I didn't believe. Okay. I thought we were out. But the Magic has taken us this far. Boys, I'm on the Does my opponent watch this shit, by the way?
I don't think so.
Lockie doesn't watch this, does he?
I'm pretty sure he does. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the footy. I don't think he watches this channel. No.
No, I don't think he does. Right.
No, I don't think he knows what YouTube is.
All right.
Shout out to you, Lucky.
Chew ice on your grave.
Stindy keeps trying to show him, and he's like, "How did they get inside the TV?
Yeah.
How are they inside your phone?"
Yeah. I'm gonna make him watch this episode.
Shit on Lucky. Sorry, bro.
I'm actually as a point of difference, I'm gonna withhold my tip publicly on this game.
Okay.
What? But
Yeah,
the fans need to know.
Dude,
fans
you're gonna
can
take
go
the
fuck
choice.
themselves.
You
If
take
you've
the
watched
choice. You
this,
don't know.
if you've watched this show more than once, your brain is worse off for it.
You don't know.
You have
Matt,
an
who are you
off-season
taking for
to
this one?
recover.
That him saying that makes me think he's tipping Roosters.
He is.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this one's really tough. Sharks at home, and we don't know what the team list's going to be, but they've got both Will Kennedy and Connor Tracy, their two fullbacks, racing the clock to be fit. If neither of them play, it could mean that Nick Hines plays fullback in this game, and Trindle Moylan play in the halves.
Trindle's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, so that could potentially be something. I don't know if that affects them a lot. Something to consider. And last year they finished top 4, and then they were eliminated in straight sets with much hype. So they'll want to remedy that against a team which, arguably, please, Ben.
Ben, what are you doing down there?
No, I'm autofellatioing.
What? No, seriously, what the fuck are you doing down there?
This is not an ASMR channel.
Oh, my camera setup's different today, so I have to lean down.
Yeah, no,
lean back?
if you're gonna chew ice, lean back.
Like you can sit there. Like that's far enough.
Yeah,
mate.
we can see
You've got a
your
lot of
beautiful
space. That's so weird. Nah, actually, go back to the original. But I want to see the top of your hat.
As I was saying, yeah, so the Sharks are going to want to perform well against a team which arguably should not have even made the finals, let alone 7th. The Roosters. How did they get here? The other teams, it was like a Stephen Bradbury moment. The other teams in front of them all just fucking fell apart.
Yeah.
So for the Roosters, Joey Manu will be racing the clock to be fit. Nat Butcher hopefully will be back, but Daniel Tupou's gone with a knee injury. Jared Origa-Hargreaves is also gone for the rest of the year, suspended. That's a huge blow to their experience in the forwards. They lost to Cronulla by 10 points back in April. But before that, they enjoyed a 7-game winning streak against Cronulla. And also, baby wizard Sam Walker looked great last weekend.
Hot as shit. All he needed was a bit of time in Q Cup. New South Wales Cup? New South Wales Cup.
New South Wales Cup, yeah. So he was looking great. I feel like Roosters are in good form. They've won 5 games in a row now. But none of those games were against competition that were like in form. I know they beat the Parramatta, they beat Souths, but neither of them have been in form recently. A lot of unknowns, but based on that, I'm leaning towards Cronulla at home to make amends for last year's finals choke. So I'll say Cronulla win by 6 points.
Yep. Good bet. Benjamin, you're not going to give us any thought? You're abstaining?
Cronulla by 1 point.
Ah, okay. Who kicks it?
Nico.
Okay, good.
Nicholas. Easy pick.
All right. Next game, final game of the round, we have got the Newcastle Knights playing at home Sunday afternoon. You love it. This is when the grand final should be played. Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m.
Sunday,
This is when it should be fucking played. It would be terrific. And then we can get into the revelry in the evening and we can talk about the game instead of just fucking going home afterwards.
I lied. I'm on the Roosters.
Okay. We always knew you're on the Roosters.
We knew.
I couldn't live here in the guilt.
Thank you for your service, Flip Timer. We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Flip Timer. I'll put it in there.
Sorry,
no,
man.
I wasn't. I didn't flip. I just
That'll
lied.
be a quick one. That one was like 20 seconds.
That one was pretty quick.
22.4 on that one. Yeah. Knights, Raiders. Are you guys going to watch this game? I might watch this game if I haven't got anything going on Sunday. I think I've got something going on. Can't remember.
Yeah, I will be playing Pokemon Tabletop online, though, so I'll have the game up on one of my screens. But this is the game which I'm the most certain about the outcome.
Yeah.
I think the Knights are going to fuck these Raiders up.
Yeah, I think, this is going to be a fun one. Fun one to be a Knights fan. What a time to be a Knights fan.
What a time. Fifth.
Have I said it on the show before how, like, I feel like the Wars were the underdogs at the start of the season, but the Wars have been playing so well the whole year that we're not as excited about them anymore, and the Knights have taken that spot where the Knights are now the underdog team. And
Who
I feel
would you
like
tip between Knights and Wars if they were playing this week?
right now, this weekend, if
Great question.
if KP is fit, I think I'd take the Knights, man. The Knights are on a
Ooh.
roll, dude.
They're on a roll.
Who would you take, Matt?
In New Zealand, I think I'd pick whichever game it was at home for.
Yeah, I don't think home game matters between these two. But who you got, Matt?
I think I would take the Warriors against the Knights. I feel like the Warriors their defense has been really good recently.
Yeah.
Mind you, but the Knights, they got a win over the Storm, several weeks ago. Another good team in there as well, in their 9-game winning streak that they've been on. So
yeah,
really tough.
Warriors to beat the Knights by 12 points. Lock it in.
The grand final.
Well, we could see that next week. Is that right?
Hang on, let me see.
So if
Knights,
the Warriors
you're
lose,
right. Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be a good game. Warriors, Knights.
Yeah, that'll be sick. To verse the Broncos in the quarterfinal. Or the semi.
Cancel your 30th birthday.
Preliminary.
Because we got some fucking finals footy.
So good. Who you got nice for this one? You got the shiny boys?
Myself?
Both of you.
Yeah.
I was looking at Ben, but yeah. You said 13 plus.
I think I think the Knights win by around about 18 points. Like they get Ponga. They should have Hastings back. We'll see. Fitzgibbon, who missed last week. Kurt Mann might be back soon as well. Whereas like for the Canberra Raiders, I mean, they got a bunch of tight wins early in the season, but they've won just 2 of their last 7 games. Really out of form. Horsburgh suspended. Josh Papali'i's gone for the year. Chris is also suspended. Sebastian Chris for trying to send Sione Katoa to the Shadow Realm on the weekend.
Sending him to the 9 hells.
Yeah, it's trying to send him straight to the 9 hells. As I said, easy one to tip for me. Newcastle are flying high. They're at home. They should win.
I heard a stat recently that the Raiders are the only team in the history of the NRL to make the finals without winning a game 13 plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Not a single game, 13 plus. That's amazing.
Not a single game.
I'm
going to take the Knights here. Yeah, all right. So what do we got? Comments? Comment time? A little bit of comments?
Is there any hoodoo between these teams?
I don't think so. I don't think these teams have ever played before.
I checked it out today, and I think the Knights have won the last 2, and the Canberra won the 2 before that. So not recently.
Knights are young and hot. Good time to be a Knights fan.
Yeah.
What do we got here? We have got William Pearson with the double comment this week.
Love
it. Storm won their last 13 matches against the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Make it 14, bro. Broncos haven't beaten the Storm in Suncorp since 2009. Both Broncos-related comments there, William Pearson. I appreciate you.
I wonder if he's going to comment the same thing this week because they're playing again.
Let us know your thoughts, if your thoughts have changed from last week to this week. Please.
Yeah.
William.
He's a Storm fan, isn't he?
He's a Storm fan. Yeah, he's got the Storm in his photo. Fucking purple skid marks.
Which supporters are the most one-eyed?
What does that mean?
Most they
I think the Broncos support, like the most biased, just one.
Most biased for their own
I'm going to say
team.
Broncos by absolute mile.
Probably the Roosters.
No, I'm going to say
That's
New
not
Zealand and
It's not
Brisbane.
a shot directly at you. No, New Zealand. Yeah, Brisbane. You might be right. New Zealand fans, they're realistic.
Yeah. Not sure.
Panthers fans are pretty humble. Like you don't have a Panthers fan in your face every day going 3-peat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not out there.
Yeah. I tell you who is very one-eyed, our good friend Harrison Robertson. He is a stone cold one-eyed Titans fan.
He's a Cyclops, that motherfucker.
He's an absolute Cyclops for the Titans.
Cyclops, yeah.
Have you ever met a St. George supporter? Very one-eyed.
Yeah, speaking of Cyclops.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad bet. Yeah.
Yeah, they love their team. They're passionate. Rugby League history writes, Ben looks like an Eastern European football hooligan with the hat, dark glasses, and face covering.
Yeah, you're all covered up last week.
Could you give us your best football hooligan impression?
Thank you very little for your comment. Move on.
That's a terrible impression.
Yeah, that's terrible. The first time I read this comment, I laughed. Woodland Jaw Sports writes,
Hey, my boy, Cowboys, man.
and I'm going to put on my my
How's
Baldur's
that guy
Gate narrator.
comment to us? That's so funny.
Baldur's Gate narrator voice here. Ready?
Yeah.
You've woken up to take a real late piss. You stand there at the toilet, but you don't realize there is a microscopic piece of lint on your cockhole. You begin whizzing, but it shoots out in 4 different directions. A bit of unexpected midnight toilet cleaning sucks.
Yeah.
It's not lint. It's not lint.
It's not lint. It's like cheese.
It's post-ejaculatory
Speak for yourself,
fucking
Mike.
seepage that's dried in your urethra.
It's a bit of post-cum.
Yeah. Bit of post cum, dry cum, could be a bit of, tissue paper that, you've wanked and then it's still crusted over.
That's true.
Here's a penis-related observation. Have you ever shat in a public toilet and then your donger touches the bowl bit?
Like, yeah.
Isn't that the worst feeling?
Yeah, just that
cold.
cold sensation on the...
I'm not talking about the cold. I'm just talking about the chills of thinking about how many cocks have done.
Oh, yeah.
Just touching it and be like, well, I guess I have herpes now.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from that.
It's not great.
History of Football writes, Mike does come across as a bit of a know-it-all, but I have been accused of that as well, so I know how it feels. Thanks, man. It feels fine. I don't care. Like,
you guys are in it together.
What did you? I feel like I got off light. You guys got it heavy. You're boring. And what did Ben's dad say about Ben?
Something about his
fidgeting. Simon Ashram writes, Ben has a very wild imagination.
Thanks,
it's true,
man.
you do. It's true, you do. And you always have. You've never let go of your youth. Constant fidgeting, you're right. Hypothetical time? No. We're all on the home teams, aren't we? Broncos, Panthers, Sharks, Knights. Ben's on the Roosters.
Ben's on the Roosters.
Have the maturity
Ben's on the Storm
of an
as well.
adult. Have the maturity of an adult, but always the wonderment of a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's good. Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about footy, or are we just going to fucking scratch our dicks?
Yeah, you interrupted us.
You interrupted me. Us. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying.
But no, Ben's on the
wait
Storm,
for me to put it back on the rails.
Ben's on the Storm. Ben's on the Storm. Matt and I on the Broncos. We're all on the Panthers.
Yeah.
Matt and I on the Sharkies. Ben, you're on the Roosters or the T-Rexes, the eastern suburb T-Rexes, and we're all on the Knights. Knights going to absolutely us the Raiders into oblivion. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if the Raiders win?
Oh, they could technically.
If the Raiders win, we're getting Simon Ashwin gets a spot on that jersey.
Have you seen? It's so amusing to see the desperate tips of the people in like the last couple rungs of our competition at this point in the season. The clinging and desperation to any
absolute swinging. Brooke took the Tigers for some reason. Like, what are you doing?
Dude.
Yeah, they're trying. No, I like it. They're trying for a miracle.
Yeah.
So
let them.
I like it.
Yeah,
going down a blaze of glory.
All right, hit me with a hypothetical, Benjamin.
Hypothetical time.
Oh, Jesus. I don't think it's very good now I reflect on it.
Oh, we can make anything good.
We can make it good. We can polish this shit. Yeah.
Would you rather get your butthole licked by 10,000 Bulldog supporters or lick the butthole of somebody of my choosing?
Who are we gonna choose for Matt, and who are you gonna choose for me?
You don't know.
Is it NRL related?
Any butthole in the world you have to lick of my choosing, or get your own butthole licked, but it's by 10,000 Bulldog supporters.
I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. Question number 1: is it just one lick from each Bulldog supporter, or do they all have to go to town on me?
I would say 10 seconds minimum.
10-second lick.
Yeah, originally I had get your butthole licked.
That's a lot of time.
By every person in the world, but then that logistically it would take too long. So 10,000. Can we just punch the numbers? 10,000.
Yeah, I'm punching the numbers here.
It's all in one
10
go,
seconds.
right?
Yeah.
It's one after
They're
the
all
other.
lined up. They're all lined up at
10,
Stadium Australia for you, mate.
10 minutes. That's 100,000 minutes divided by 60, right?
How's that 100? That's not 100,000 minutes. 10,000 people by 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's 27 hours, I believe.
Oh, yuck. I'm really bad at math. I have a follow-up question. Did you get to both your questions?
No, I still got one
I
more
have a
question.
follow-up question.
Also,
is the
I've
person
got-
who's asked someone to lick, can
1
it be
minute.
you?
1 minute.
Is it
So
going to
1
be
minute
you?
licking and person of my choice.
And Ben gets to choose. Yeah.
Ben
You don't
gets to
know if
choose.
it's
Are
me.
you going to choose yourself?
I'm in the running for it,
Mhm.
but you don't know that till after.
As a person on this earth, you are technically in the running for it.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a question. My second question. This is an important question, Ben.
Right. No more questions after that.
Because you get to pick whose butthole I need to lick for how long did you say?
That's a 1 minute lick.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute lick.
Yeah.
Do I know for a fact that you're
It's an
going to
episode
choose someone that I don't want to lick? Like, could there be a possibility that you choose someone who, as a friend, that I would want to lick their butthole? You know what I mean?
Okay. The answer is that it's almost more than likely somebody that would make you question your life.
It's going to make Ben laugh.
It's bad. It would be bad.
It's going to be your stepdad, I think, Matt. I think it's going to be Terry.
I am going to take the licking of 10,000 fans.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I too think I'm going to take the licking of 10,000 fans. If I take the other one, are you going to tell me who my pick was?
They're going to literally lick the hair off my butthole. It's going to be.
It'll be red rawness.
It'll be like
red.
It'll be like that Nair hair removal guy on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll link to that below.
I wish I could put that into the video, but there's no way.
You could put him in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I'll put him in the thumbnail. Yeah.
I got some news for you though. It's news
yeah.
for you. You chose the money instead of the mystery box. You don't get to find out what was in the mystery box.
Spewing. All right.
That was a good hypothetical. I like that one.
That was a good one. Quick episode tonight, boys. Low end, quick episode. Apologies. I won't be hungover next week. I can't promise that, but I won't be hungover next week. I swear.
I think this is an average length episode, I believe.
Average? We're up there.
And if you
bit of fucking around.
You've got nothing better to do and you're sitting at home tonight, get yourself a nice glass of ice and chew on it.
Yeah, just chew on it a little bit. Get as close to your loved ones or maybe a roommate. Could be a neighbor or a pet. Just get as close as possible to them and just chew it in their ear. Sounds good. Reach out.
That's beautiful, guys. We're going to do a thumbnail.
We got to do a thumbnail, yeah.
I'm going to be Dilophosaurus. All right, ready? Yeah, that's good.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Who wants to take us out?
Oh, that was a weird one. All right, take us out, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for another episode of Just the Tip. I've been Ben. Fuck yourselves. Good night. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Bye.
Bye. Man, who's going to win this game? I don't even know, man. I think I'm going to take the Sharks.
Oh,
it's so bad.
oh.
Dude, stop.